Glendower, will you sit down? And Uncle Worcester. Plague upon it, I forgot the map.
No, here it is. Sit, Cousin Percy. Sit, good Cousin Hotspur. For by that name, as oft as Lancaster doth speak of you, his cheek looks pale, and with a rising sigh he wisheth you in heaven.
And you in hell, as oft as he hears Owen Glendower spoke of.
I cannot blame him, for at my nativity the front of heaven was full of fiery shapes, of burning crescents, and at my birth the frame and huge foundation of the earth shaked like a coward.
Why, so it would have done at the same season if your mother's cat had but kittened, and you yourself had never been born.
I say, the earth did shake when I was born.
And I say, the earth was not of my mind, if you suppose in fearing you it shook.
The heavens were all on fire. The earth did tremble.
Ah, then, the earth shook. To see the heavens on fire, and not in fear of your nativity. Disease in nature ofttimes springs forth in strange eruptions. The teeming earth is with a kind of colic pinched, vexed by the imprisoning of unruly wind within her womb, which for enlargement striving shakes the old beldam earth, topples down steeples and moss-grown towers. At your birth, our grandam earth, having this distemperature, in passion shook.
Cousin of many men, I do not bear these crossings. Give me leave to tell you once again that at my birth the front of heaven was full of fiery shapes. The goats ran from the mountains, and the herds were strangely clamorous to the frighted fields. These signs have marked me extraordinary, and all the courses of my life do show that I am not in the role of common men. Where is he living, clipped in with the sea that chides the banks of England, Scotland, Wales, which calls me pupil, or hath read to me? And bring him out, that is but woman's son, can trace me in the tedious ways of art, and hold me pace in deep experiments.
I think no man speaks better Welsh. At a dinner.
Peace, Cousin Percy, you will make him mad.
I can call spirits from the vasty deep.
Why, so can I, or so can any man. But will they come when you do call for them?
Why, I can teach you, cousin, to command the devil.
And I can teach thee, cuz, to shame the devil. By telling truth. Tell truth and shame the devil. If you have the power to bring him hither, and I'll be sworn I have the power to shame him hence. Oh, while you live, tell truth and shame the devil.
Come, no more of this unprofitable chat.
3 times hath Henry Bolingbroke made head against my power. Thrice from the banks of Wye and sandy bottom Severn have I sent him bootless home and weather-beaten back.
Home without boots, and in foul weather too. How scapes he agues in the devil's name?
Come, here's the map. Shall we divide our right according to our threefold order ta'en?
The Archdeacon hath divided it into 3 limits very equally. England, from Trent and Severn hitherto, by south and east, is to my part assigned. All westward, Wales beyond the Severn shore, to Owen Glendower, and to you, dear cousin, the remnant northward, lying off from Trent. And our indentures tripartite are drawn, which being sealed interchangeably, a business that this night may execute, tomorrow, Cousin Percy, you and I, and my good Lord of Worcester, will set forth to meet your father in the Scottish power, as is appointed us at Shrewsbury. My father Glendower is not ready yet, nor shall we need his help these 14 days. Within that time you may have drawn together your tenants, friends, and neighbouring gentlemen.
A shorter time will send me to you, lords, and in my conduct shall your ladies come, from whom you now must steal and take no leave, for there will be a world of water shed upon the parting of your wives and you.
Methinks my moiety, north, from Burton here, in quantity equals not one of yours. See how this river comes me cranking in, and cuts me from the best of all my land. A huge half-moon, a monstrous cantle out. I'll have the river in this place dammed up, and then the smug and silver trench shall run in a new channel, fair and evenly. It shall not wind with such a deep indent to rob me of so rich a bottom here.
Not wind. It shall. It must. You see, it doth.
Yea, but mark how he bears his course and runs me up with like advantage on the other side, gelding the opposing continent as much as on the other side it takes from you.
Yea, but a little charge will trench him here, and on this north side win this cape of land, and then he runs straight and even.
I'll have it so. A little charge will do it.
I'll not have it altered.
Will not you?
No, nor you shall not.
Who shall say me nay?
That shall I.
Speak it in Welsh, then. Let me not understand you.
I can speak English as well as you, but I was trained up in the English court, where being but young I framed to the heart many an English ditty lovely well, and gave the tongue a helpful ornament, a virtue that was never seen in you.
Mary, and I am glad of it with all my heart. I'd rather be a kitten and cry mew than one of those same meter ballad mongers. I'd rather hear a brazen candlestick turned, or a dry wheel grate on the axle tree. That would set my teeth nothing on edge. Nothing so much as mincing poetry. 'Tis like the forced gait of a shuffling nag.
Come. You shall have Trent turned.
I care not. I'll give thrice so much land to any well-deserving friend. But in the way of a bargain, mark ye me, I'll cavil on the 9th part of a hair. Can the indentures be drawn? Shall we be drawn?
The moon shines fair. You may away by night. I'll haste the writer, and withal break with your wives of your departure hence. I am afraid my daughter will run mad, so much she doteth on her Mortimer.
Fie, cousin Percy, how you cross my father.
I cannot choose. Sometimes he angers me, telling me of the bullwhip and the ant, of the dreamer Merlin and his prophecy, of a dragon and a finless fish, a clip-winged griffin and a molten raven, a couching lion and a ramping cat, and such a deal of skimble-scamble stuff as drives me from my faith. I tell you, last night he held me at least 9 hours at reckoning up the several devils' names that were his lackeys. I cried, and wag, go to, but mocked him not a word. He is as tedious as a tired horse, a railing wife, worse than a smoky house. I'd rather live with cheese and garlic in a windmill, far, than feed on cakes and have him talk to me in any summer house in Christendom.
In faith, he is a worthy gentleman, exceedingly well-read and profited in strange concealment, valiant as a lion, and as wondrous affable and as bountiful as mines of India. Shall I tell you, cousin, he holds your temper in a high respect, and curbs himself even of his natural scope when you come across his humor. Faith, he does. I warrant you that man is not alive might so have tempted him as you have done, without the chance of danger and reproof. But do not use it oft, let me entreat you.
In faith, my lord, you are too willful blamed, and since your coming hither have done enough to put him quite beside his paceness. You must needs learn, lord, to amend this fault, though sometimes it show greatness, courage, blood. That's the dearest grace it renders you. Yet oftentimes it doth present harsh rage, defect of manner, want of government, pride, haughtiness, opinion, and disdain. and nobleman loseth men's hearts, and leaves behind a stain upon the beauty of all parts besides, beguiling them of commendation.
Well, I am schooled. Good manners be your speed. Here come our wives, and let us take our leave.
This is the deadly spite that angers me. My wife can speak no English. I know Welsh.
My daughter weeps. She will not part with you. She'll be a soldier too. She'll to the wars.
Good father, tell her that she and my Aunt Percy shall follow in your conduct speedily.
And one night I folly.
She's desperate here. A peevish, self-willed harlotry, one that no persuasion can do good upon.
I understand thy looks, that pretty Welsh which thou pourest down from the swelling heavens. I am too perfect in. But for shame in such a parley should I answer thee. I understand thy kisses and thou mine, and that's a feeling disputation. But I shall never be a truant, love, till I have learned thy language. For thy tongue makes Welsh as sweet as ditties highly penned, sung by a fair queen in a summer's bower, with ravishing division to her lute.
If you melt, then will she run mad.
Oh, I'm ignorance itself in this.
She bids you on the wanton rushes lay you down, and lay your gentle head upon her lap. She will sing the song that pleaseth you, and on your eyelids crown the god of sleep, charming your blood with pleasing heaviness, making such difference twixt wake and sleep, as is the difference betwixt day and night, the hour that the heavenly harnessed team begins his golden progress in the east.
With all my heart I'll sit and hear her sing. By that time will our book, I think, be drawn.
Do so. Those musicians that shall play to you hang in the air 1,000 leagues from hence. Straight they shall be here. Sit and attend.
Come, Kate, thou art perfect in lying down. Come, quick, quick, that I may lay my head in thy lap.
Go, ye giddy goose.
Now I perceive the devil understands Welsh. And 'tis no marvel, he is so humorous. By your lady, he is a good musician.
Then shouldst thou be nothing but musical, for thou art entirely governed by humours. Lie still, ye thief, and hear the lady sing in Welsh.
I'd rather hear Lady Mybrock howl in Irish.
Wouldst thou have thy head broken?
No,
Then be still.
neither. 'Tis a woman's fault.
Oh, now God help thee.
To the Welsh lady's bed.
What's that?
Peace. She sings.
En wo wir schenken kan lenken ad lad, mochlanne dek terine dutnen aidad. Get mein ten drekkel de seife di sirk, ni charovet im lata miadome. Ik vole ake aegot, ilawe benethe genethe ganot, and guanethe heteram lawer oles, and numir and femir a prenegon press.
Come, Kate, I'll have your song too.
Not mine, in good sooth.
Not yours, in good sooth. Heart, you swear like a comfort maker's wife. Not you in good sooth. But as true as I live, and as God shall mend me, and as sure as day, and give such sarsenate surety for thy oaths, as if thou never walkst further than Finsbury. Swear me, Kate, like a lady as thou art, a good, mouth-filling oath, and leave, in sooth, in such protest of peppered gingerbread to velvet gods and Sunday citizens. Come, sing!
I will not sing.
'Tis the next way to turn tailor, or be wet breast teacher. and the indenture's been drawn. I'll be gone within these 2 hours. And so, come in when you will.
Come, Lord Mortimer. You are as slow as hot. Lord Percy is on fire to go. By this our book is drawn. We'll but seal, and then to horse immediately.
With all my heart.